Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. Today we are checking out Farmers Dynasty. Now, we were going to do another random spin of the wheel, but we had some viewers express an interest in Farmers Dynasty, so we're just going to go ahead and slot it first in line, so to speak. I figure with as much as we all love Medieval Dynasty, we could at least check it out and see what it's like. I'm wondering if it's going to be like Farming Simulator, but I'm not certain. I did load it up a little bit, just so that you all didn't have to sit through me figuring out keybinds and reading through the menus and setting up settings and all that, but I haven't really progressed much at all in the game proper. I haven't done any research on it either, so we'll be learning it together. But that's what we're going to check out today, so if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load it up. Alrighty, here we go. So, I haven't done much in the game proper. The only thing that I've really done in the game is I started collecting some of the base materials, and I have completely repaired the farm. I haven't bought any animals, I haven't done any, whoop, I left some scaffolding up. We should check on my tomatoes. So it does seem to be quite a bit... Nope, they look in good shape. It does seem to be quite a bit like, Farming Simulator, but I have noticed some key differences. One is definitely graphics. One of the other things that is different is not only do you have to fuel your stuff, but you have to eat and sleep as well. Now, have to is strong wording. You can go quite a ways without eating or eating or sleeping and not have any real detrimental effect. The only thing that it really does to you is it will not allow you to sprint. Oh, what are you? Drone race competition, that's neat. Right now we're going to go and get this grain trailer because I did harvest a field and I would like to be able to sell it. So we're going to check that out. What are we doing on fuel? We're at 90%. We're good there. Now, people have little odd jobs for you, and you get a bunch of old, outdated equipment, like my truck is, or my tractor's a beater here. But you can buy better upgrades, but they're fairly expensive. And I don't know how much it really takes to make money. We haven't really sold anything yet. At this point, all I've done is a couple of odd jobs for people and harvested a field. There is a cruise control, which is kind of nice. And when you're in the fields, the cruise control keeps you going at a speed to where you won't lose crops for going too fast, which is also really nice. But we're going to go down here and see... Ooh, a mushroom. Can I pick a mushroom? Can I take you? I can! We have a mushroom. Score. I see a couple more over there in the field. But let's carry on with what we're doing. Now, you can fish in this game too, which is exciting to me. I absolutely adore fishing in games, and I have not yet done it here. I did find a fishing pole in an attic, our attic, but I haven't actually done anything with it yet. Now, you have the generic story so far of your grandpa left you the farm, kind of like Stardew Valley and all the other stuff. Your grandpa left you a farm, he's passed away, you gotta fix it up and make a living in this new life of yours. So it's, there it's telling me I'm hungry. My shoelaces look thievingly like, I don't understand. I'm assuming that's a translating error. But they look like pasta. Now, you have to be careful or you will lose reputation points if you drive through people's fields. Which, I mean, that checks out. I'm not super impressed with the graphics. I feel like Farming Simulator did a much better job with that. The voice acting's kind of meh too, but at least there's voice acting. And you can get married and have a kid. I don't know what the repercussions of that are. It did say something about your wife cooking food for you. So I don't know if she generates food or if she just cooks food that you have stored. But apparently that is a part of the mechanic at least. I generally tend to, when I first play a new game, I go in blind. Every time. Every new game I play, I go in blind. And then I will play for a session, and sometimes they are very long sessions, like 8-10 hours. But then I research stuff. So I haven't really done much research at all on this game yet. So we're basically learning it together. And I wish I could say that the choppiness was from the stream or something like that, but it seems that this game does not like either my graphics card or my rig in general, and I can't imagine that it's too graphically intensive compared to some of the other things that we've played and been fine. I think it's just not optimized really well, but I could be wrong. But it is kind of choppy. There are odd FPS drops at random points for no apparent reason. Like, it's not like a bunch of things just populated in or anything. I'm not super stoked about the fact that this only goes 23 kilometers an hour and we have to drive clear across the map. That's a little frustrating, but that is farming games for you. I like that the mud sticks on the tires, though. That's kind of cool. You do not get to pick your outfit or your look, which is a little disappointing, but that's alright. We don't in Medieval Dynasty either, so I can't really fault them for that. The roads... I'm very disappointed with the roads. The edging there, like, that's not super good. That's... The comment that Alex made about asset dumps, that's what this reminds me of right there. The grass growing in the edges. So I'm not super impressed, but it's interesting so far. And we're gonna have to do a quest to get this grain trailer so that we can sell off our grain that we did already harvest. I don't know if he's gonna make us do something in his field. I hope not, because I didn't bring anything with us. But he's gonna give us a trailer, and unfortunately, yep, for the old grain trailer. Unfortunately, you can't. I bet he's gonna have us repair stuff, because looking at his greenhouse there, it's a little damaged. So is his barn. But we get equipment for free. It's not good equipment, but it's equipment for free, so it's hard to complain over much about that. Oh, that's just bad. I really want to like this game, I do. But there are parts of it that I'm really struggling with here.
Hello. Can I help you?
I am new around here, looking for a job, interested in farming machinery.
Sounds good. These buildings are falling apart, and I know nothing about construction. I have an old grain trailer I can spare if you help me. Interested?
Sure, I'll do it for the trailer.
We do it for the trailer. Now these repair missions are kind of cool, but they also are kind of bad for, as it's fixing stuff, I get bad frame drops, and I'm not sure if that's me or the game. But I can't imagine, this game is not super graphically intensive, like I said, and I mean, we didn't have super bad frame drops playing Vermintide or playing Deep Rock Galactic, and they are much more graphically intensive, so I'm thinking it's the game. Or it's just not optimized well. I mean, that's always a possibility. I don't know what it's coded in. So you can see what you have to repair glows in red when you hold your engineer's sight with your right mouse button. So that's kind of interesting. This part reminds me of... It's like a mixture of Farming Simulator, Power Wash Simulator, and Medieval Dynasty. Kind of all rolled into one. We can't build or recruit villagers like we do in Medieval Dynasty, but you can have a wife and a kid and carry on with a family that way. And then you've got all of this cleaning and upgrading stuff. And then you've got the Farming Simulator style play as well. And at this point, I don't know how good the farming play really is, because this should be the last piece of equipment, I think. I'm not positive. But at this point, I think we have everything that we would possibly need to seed, fertilize, plow, and cultivate and plant a field and harvest. So all that we were missing was some means to sell what we've already harvested. I know this isn't exactly riveting, and I'm sorry for that, but we really do need to get that so that we can do other stuff. And this is mostly all that I've done in the game so far, just unlocking different parts by doing this. I think I plowed one field, and I fertilized a field, and I harvested our own field, one of our 2 fields. And that's all that I've actually done in the game. And that most of that was just to unlock various pieces of farm equipment. I was going to go ahead and do this one, but I'm not sure how many of these repair missions there are, and I don't know if they come back up. So I wanted to actually demonstrate this mechanic a little bit. Now, when you repair your own farm, it's actually kind of heinous, because there are a lot of hidden spots that you have to get to. Like the attic, I didn't even realize was a thing. I spent hours looking for the last piece to repair because it was in the attic. And that was super frustrating. They also don't do a real good job of explaining how the scaffolds work. You kind of got to figure that one out by trial and error. But the graphics are kind of meh. The gameplay is interesting, but not super riveting. It would be a good passive game, I think. Something to play when you don't have a lot going on and you don't really want to have to think or react. Kind of like the farming simulators are. Okay, looks like that's done. And this is the part where my computer gets absolutely angry when they start adding boards and stuff. Okay, so we are going to need a scaffold for this. And you can't really rush this. You have to wait for the whole animation to cycle before it'll let you do the next shot. That's kind of annoying. I really want to like this game. I hope that it turns out a little bit better. But so far it is not anywhere near the quality of Medieval Dynasty. Alright, and we are going to have to... Yep, so we can get this guy. You seem to have unlimited repair stuff, but upgrade stuff you have to purchase. And as far as I can tell, the upgrade stuff doesn't apply anything other than cosmetic, which is fine. I mean, I like pretty stuff, but I don't want to spend money on that in the early game when we basically have none. Because we have less than 500 euros right now. And some of the equipment costs, you know, tens of thousands, so... That's gonna have to wait a little while. I am very, very hungry. I might even eat a frog alive. Now, as far as I can tell, there is no such thing as a death mechanic in this game. You just lose the ability to sprint if you are hungry and don't do something about it. There's also no fall damage, which is kind of nice. But we did have some people in the Discord express an interest in checking this game out, so I figured we would throw it up. That's why it skipped the line and we didn't do a wheel tonight. I try to only do the wheel if I can't make up my mind. Or if nobody has any suggestions. I always ask for suggestions in Discord. And if people have them, then we'll go with those if I can't make up my mind. But if they don't, then we'll just do a wheel. And that's what we did for last night, and it worked out pretty well, so we'll probably wind up doing it again tomorrow. Because I don't know that we will be streaming this more than once. It's not exactly riveting. We'll see if it opens up a little bit. I think one of the other things that it has over Farming Simulator is you can sleep for extended periods of time. And one of the nice things about this game over Medieval Dynasty even is you don't actually have to live through winter. Apparently the season ends in September and starts up again at the beginning of the year. In April. Well, not the very beginning of the year, but in April. And apparently you can, if you do it perfectly, you can get 3 harvests per year. But generally speaking, because you have to take the time to harvest and all that, you're only going to get 2. From what I was reading with the free guide that came with the game. So far, though, I am not super impressed with it, but I'm still holding out hope. It might get better. I still haven't experimented with the fishing. We still don't have any animals yet. I did give a sausage to a dog, which was kind of cool. I don't know if that's going to come back into play later or not, because he ran off. It said that he was really friendly and he liked me now, and then he ran towards the farm, and I got excited thinking maybe we had a dog now, and then I couldn't find him again. So I don't know. I don't know if something bugged, or if we have to do it more than once, or if he's just a happy dog because we gave him a sausage and he jogged on and left us to our own devices. I really don't know how that's going to shake out. My stomach feels like an old volleyball, it says. I know this is really tedious. I'm sorry, guys. It's not exactly fun from this end either. I like the idea of repairing stuff to get your equipment, and I like the idea that you can repair stuff and make it look cool. I don't like how much of the stuff they make you repair. It went from a neat mechanic to annoying about, I don't know, 17 repairs ago. You know, 2 or 3 spots per building would have been much better, I think, for as long as this takes. And the fact that you're held captive by the animations is kind of annoying, too. I would rather it be a longer animation and not have to do it 3 times per tile. I think that would have been a better play here. But I did not design the game, so I can't really complain over much. I think that's the last piece. I hope that's the last piece, because if it's not, we've missed something. Alright, so we're going to put you there. Hey Alex, what's going on, man? We're checking out Farmers Dynasty. Melody wanted to see it, and a couple other people, so we decided to do it instead of a random. And clean up our mess here. Yeah, it looks like that was it.
All fixed.
Good to hear that. Thank you. Now, you may take the trailer. It's yours.
Thanks. See you around.
Sweet, now we can sell stuff. Now, where the hell did I leave my tractor? There it is. It's the game. It's not the stream. It's choppy on my end too, man. Which I'm struggling to believe is my computer, because this is not exactly graphically intensive. And after playing Vermintide and DRG and not having these problems, I think it's an optimization issue, but I'm not positive. Yeah. I really, really want to like this game, but it's making it very difficult right now. The camera keeps doing weird shit like that, too. That's not helping. The grass growing in the middle of the road up here. Remember your comment about how this company likes to do asset flips and hit gold with Medieval Dynasty? I know you meant it as a joke, but this game makes me think it might not have been for this game. Like, there's just a random flower growing out of the road. It's bad. It's super bad. Yeah, the choppiness is not the stream. The choppiness is the game. Oh, you were totally serious? I thought you meant it as a joke. But no, I think for this game you may have hit the nail on the head. Like the road, the unevenness of the edging of the road, like this looks like it was thrown together in a hurry. It really does. And the repair mechanic's neat, but I think they overdid it just to get longevity out of it. The clouds are pretty. The sky's pretty. They did a wonderful job with the skybox. The clouds even look realistic. Well, painted, but... Okay, so we're going straight and then left at the dirt. I am trying very hard to like this game, but it is a struggle at this point. I'm really hoping that it gets better when we start being able to do stuff. This should be the last piece of equipment that we need to collect, so now we should be able to actually start exploring what the game has to offer. But I mean, look at the road there. That's so sloppy. The edging here, it looks like somebody drew it and not a good artist. Looks like somebody like me drew it. You know, when I draw stick figures, people can't tell that they're people. But I can do advanced math with my fingers. I passed the road, didn't I? Nope, we're actually, this is it right here. Doesn't look like much of a road, but there you have it. I guess it's sort of flattish. Also, the render distance, if you look, is super, super small. Like, you can see the edging maybe 50 yards ahead of us. Where the line is, where everything starts to get clear instead of the blur from the distance. But I guess if we're having this kind of choppiness with the render distance that close, making it further out would be way worse. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think maybe if you're a huge fan of farming sim games, like I will probably continue to play this. We'll probably never stream it again. Storm. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. They even have the same animals as Medieval Dynasty running around, but you can't interact with them in any way. Other than they stop your vehicle if you run into them. Okay, I guess that one's not from Medieval Dynasty. That one's a little different skinned, but... I saw some wild boars by our farm, and was worried that they might attack us, but no, that's not a thing. Yeah, I gotta say, if you're super into farming sims, maybe check this out, but I have a really hard time recommending this. It's just... it's not great. I can't with these games. I'm willing to tolerate jank if it's an indie passion product. But this is kind of empty shenanigans is infuriating, right? Yeah, the grass growing through the edge of the road there, it's just... I don't know. I had high hopes. Medieval Dynasty was awesome. And Sengoku Dynasty is well on its way to becoming awesome. But this is really, really hard to recommend. So far... it's kind of a mixture of Medieval Dynasty mechanics. You can have a wife and children, and there's a social point system. Farming simulator. And Power Wash Simulator. Which I have never purchased Power Wash Simulator, but I did see a friend playing it once. And that is what the repair mechanics remind me of. And if you're a super big fan of those types of games, it might be worth your time, but I can't really, in good conscience, recommend this game. We're still going to play it, though. We're going to see if it gets any better with some of the mechanics that we have unlocked now. How are we doing on fuel? We're at 85% still. What the hell? Can I build that beehives out here? That's weird as shit. Alright, how do I... that one? Oh, there we go. How do I stop it? Oh, it stops automatically. Okay, that's good at least. Alright, now I need to find an agricultural place to sell this stuff. Oh, there's one right up the road. I think. Is there one closer? That's a general store. That one's not going to help. Nope, I think that is the closest agricultural store. Well, that says I can buy stuff. It doesn't say we can sell it. With better mobile games 10 years ago have better graphics. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I know Farming Simulator. I played the 2019 one, and it was fun. They added some new mechanics to the new ones, which is awesome. But the graphics are so much better, and the game is so much more optimized. This chop is absolutely horrendous. I mean, like, the road doesn't even look finished there. Or right there, there's just like a chunk missing for no apparent reason. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I went to school for computer programming, and it was computer programming and application design. It wasn't even game design. And I saw better projects come out of college than this. And we weren't even learning to code games. Like, that was just people adding graphics and shit in their spare time. The HUD isn't super intuitive either. You do have an inventory. We have a fishing rod. I kind of want to check out their fishing minigame, see if it's any good. I've got some food, but I haven't really had a reason to sprint in a while, so I don't want to waste my food when we can sell it, since there's no death mechanic. Being hungry and tired just mean that you can't sprint, and most of the time we're on a vehicle anyway, so I don't really care. Unfortunately, I did. Thankfully, it was not very expensive. Oh. Maybe. I think I might be past 2 hours just from gathering all the farm equipment, to be completely honest. Yeah, I think we're past 2 hours. I think they made it take so long to gather all the farming equipment specifically so people wouldn't refund. That's my theory. So if I'm supposed to be able to sell this at an agricultural store, how the shit do I sell it at the agricultural store? Oh, for the love of all that's holy. Okay, maybe so. Oh, it must be the market. No, they didn't think that far. Oh man, the dirt smears like completely removed the asphalt. That's sketchy as shit. Rather than actually make a mud skin to go over the top when you drag dirt onto it, it just erases the asphalt where your tire was. Fantastic. Well, they've run it, and then the grass growing in the middle of the road like that? Like, what the shit's up with that? I'm very... no, no, no! Oh, no. We just lost half of our load because I hit a wrong button, and it dumped it out on the road, and there's no way to recoup it because it didn't actually show up on the road. Like, at least in Farming Simulator, if you do that, you can come back through with a bucket and scoop it up. Like, not a handheld bucket, but like a bucket on a bobcat or something. Well, that sucks. There went half our profit. Now, when you drive through people's fields, you lose reputation with them, provided there's crops growing. If there's not crops growing, they don't seem to care. And if you run out of fuel or get your vehicle stuck, you have to call a mechanic to pull it back to your farm, and that costs you money. Which is the main reason to follow the road. Alright, now where the hell do I dump this to sell it? Is this a grate? No? I don't know. Guys, I honestly don't know if we're gonna spend the whole 2 hours on this. This is rough. There's a grate. Do I get money if I dump it off here? Yes, I do. A fair bit of money. Would have been nice if we could have got the whole load, but it is what it is. So, one thing I do want to do is get some gas while we're down here, because we are starting to get kind of low. Well, I guess we're at 82%. We're probably fine. I'm just paranoid about running out of gas. But I'm that way in real life. If my car is at half a tank, then I am paranoid that I'm going to run out of gas somewhere, and I feel like I have to fill it up right away. Although, because of, you know, the properties of liquids and gases and pressure, you actually get better gas mileage out of your gasoline if you don't let your tank get below half a tank. So, I mean, there's that too. Those roads didn't even connect. I really want to like this game, but it's making it very, very difficult. I feel like it would be better off just playing Farming Simulator, honestly. The fact that there's no survival mechanic or fishing kind of sucks for Farming Simulator, but everything else seems to work better. And you wouldn't have to pull... It wouldn't even let me hitch up this trailer to the pickup truck, and that pickup truck is big enough to haul a trailer like this just fine. Return to Moria? I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything on it. Possibly. I mean, I do enjoy... I enjoy pretty much anything except for competitive first-person shooters. I have a lot of games, like when we set up our random wheel for this weekend, I put everything that I had already installed on it, with the exception of games that won't stream well. Like, Final Fantasy VII isn't a good game to stream to. Sims 4 is not a good game to stream to, etc. And this game made the list. This is not a good game to stream either. But I did want to check it out, and we had people that wanted to see it, so here we are. Return to Moria. I'm gonna have to write that down, Storm, or if you want, drop it in game recommendations in Discord. And I will definitely check it out. I can't guarantee I'll get it, but I will at least look into it. Because I am... Oh shit, that was a hell of a spike there. We just like seized up for a moment. I am trying to save up for a better PC, but I don't think the PC is the problem with this game. After some of the other games that we've been playing lately that have been fine, I don't think the PC is the issue. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I'm pretty sure. Well, that's fair. Although, what's gas weigh? You figure water averages 9 pounds per gallon, which are both measurements that I just realized you don't use, Alex. Stupid empirical system. Oh, hey! We have more apples. We can sell those for money. Yeah, I don't care. You're in front of my farm. Just jog on, guys. Is that it? Yeah, right? Because the metric system makes sense. Well, a kilogram is 2.204 pounds. I don't know what liter to gallon is off the top of my head. But I do know that the conversion for pound to kilogram is 2.204. Why can I not pick that apple? It's right there. I see it. Let me have the apple. Oh. Oh, we had to look over here to pick the apple that was up there. Because that makes perfect sense, yeah? A scarecrow for 150 euros? I feel like that's excessive. That's it? 2 apples? Out of all these trees? That's disappointing. I did not plant these trees, they were just here. But if we go into our house and make applesauce out of them, they sell for a decent amount, I'm assuming. Well, what I thought was a decent amount until we sold that trailer full of crap. Their HUD is not super intuitive either. And then you have to click the name again to get it to actually do it. It's like 3 or 5 depending on the type of gallon you're talking about. Yeah, fair enough. I wanted to buy some chickens to see if they would lay eggs for us for food, but I've not yet found where to do that yet. Yeah, I'm not super impressed. Let's spend what's left of nighttime. Oh, okay, so you let my tractor go through it, but not my trailer? I'm glad it's consistent, I guess. But I don't think it's your regular account for your followers on Discord. Oh, yeah, no, it actually is my regular Discord account, to be completely honest. But, I am often offline if I'm doing stuff for stream. Like, I actually completely exit Discord when I stream so that I don't get a bunch of pings. Because I have our server... Hey, James! I have our server for, our channel. And then I have another server with a bunch of gaming buddies that I've played with since the early 2000s. And that one is fairly popular between the guys. So it gets a lot of activity, and I didn't want a bunch of pings while we're streaming. So I just exit Discord entirely. Really? There should be some other ones there. Stusso dropped a couple. And I think Venomous dropped one too. Let me check the settings when we're done streaming. I wonder if I accidentally turned off where you guys can see message history. I didn't think you would like these games. It's lame. It's, I'm not super impressed with it, to be completely honest, James. I feel like it would be better just to play Farming Simulator, to be completely honest. It's not great. It's not well optimized. The graphics have issues. The performance has issues. The mechanics are interesting, but very quickly become tedious because they overdid it. I feel like the repair thing is cool, but maybe once per tile, even if it's slightly longer animation. But having you do things 3 and 4 times per tile with the same animation over and over isn't fun. That's just annoying. But I actually do like games like, as far as the farming simulator style, and I hit the wrong fucking button again, and we just lost half our... So T is your cruise control, and R is dump your wagon. So I keep accidentally hitting R when I hit T, and losing half of our stock. We have dumped half of everything we've tried to take so far on the road. And that, unfortunately, is a player error, not a game error, but it's still frustrating. Farmer's Life is funny, what you watched of it. I haven't heard anything about Farmer's Life. I have to remember where we dumped last time. Was it around this side? No? There it is. Yeah, I feel like if you want to play something like this, just go with Farming Simulator. I can't, in good conscience, recommend this game. This fully confirms my theory that Medieval Dynasty was accidental gold from a company that mainly sells asset dumps. I mean, well, Sengoku Dynasty wasn't terrible. It's obviously still in open access, or early access, but it wasn't awful. But this one is. This one is bad. I don't know that it's as bad as the Wild West Dynasty, because I feel like that one had game-breaking bugs, and while this one is buggy and cheap-looking and has other issues, at least it's playable. But I know that I can't mix grains in the silo. That's why I was trying to sell all of this off. Because I really want to test out the fishing, and I really want to showcase the actual harvesting before we leave. But I can't store anything that I harvest until I get all of the canola out of there, because they start you out with one field of grown wheat and one field of grown canola. When selling the same game over and over. Yeah. I don't understand why they didn't do something like a straight, like for Sengoku Dynasty, like a straight up asset changeover. Like, change your graphic design for everything and call it good. And maybe the main map. And that would have been a solid game. See, this leads me to believe that that dog that I gave a sausage will eventually become our dog, because there's a doghouse right here. And I didn't see anywhere to buy a dog. So I think you have to befriend the dog. Alright, seriously, where is the silo? Am I even at my farm? No, I'm at the next farm down. That's why I can't find any of my stuff. All the damn farms look the same. Oh, there goes the R for the wagon again. Alright, so we are headed... Yeah, we're headed the right direction. More or less. There's a Pepto-Bismol van. Well, I don't know. Oh, that's repaired stuff. Looks weird. on. Something weird's going on right now. It really is. The performance is absolutely atrocious, but something's going on with the stream at the moment, too. It was fine up until a second ago. Everything was showing all green. But now it's saying that it's not getting audio bitrate. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, something weird's happening. Yeah, I think just play Farmer's Dynasty or Farmer's Farming Simulator. It's gonna be better. Alright, so at least we have the last of everything in here. Okay, so you guys can hear me. That's something at least. YouTube's telling me that we can't get audio now. That's weird. So I don't know if it's my internet or if it's YouTube being dumb. Oh, where's the field? Oh, fantastic. So there's a memory leak on top of it all? That's amazing. Well, let's do a quick pass with the harvester just to show that off in all fairness. And then we will probably stop with this travesty. Because this is heinous. I don't know if we want to try something else. Or, well, I guess we've really only got like half an hour left. We might just call it an early night. But this part is very much like, Farming Simulator. So we're gonna R and Z to turn everything on. T so we don't go too fast. Because if you just hold forward, you go too fast and you lose a bunch of resources. And then you have to hold right click because once your harvester is 100% full, it will continue mowing shit down, but it won't actually award you anything. Yeah, that would explain the freezing up problem. So yeah, see, you can see my percentage filling up there, but it has a little pop-up window that tells you that you're getting close to full. And if you breach 100%, it will still mow everything down, but you just don't get anything. Which is super frustrating. So you really have to keep a close eye on it. You're probably right with the amount of other shenanigans. I mean, look at the render distance here. Like, it's not very far away. I don't understand. I'm very disappointed. I am very disappointed in this game. I had hoped for so much better. And all it does is make me want to play, Farming Simulator. Instead of it. So yeah, like how we're at 78%, another pass would overfill and waste a bunch of crap for us. So we'll just come over here. And, let's see here. I forget which button does the... Whoops. What button did the who's it? F. Alright, and then you have to make sure that it's lined up, because if you dump and it's not in the grate, it just disappears forever. So there we go. That's, in a nutshell. Let's check out the fishing, too, because that is one thing that I actually wanted to do for me. I want to see what their fishing is like. Because I absolutely adore fishing in games, and I did not have an opportunity to experiment with it. And then after that, we will probably, unfortunately, call the stream. Because, yeah, you're right, it is getting worse. So I would have to say, probably do not buy this game. I don't even know how to fish. Use fishing rod? Sploosh. This, oh, so it's like Stardew Valley style. Control Shift Escape. I've never heard of that one. It's not showing anything. Let me pull up Task Manager and see what's going on. Okay. The game is using 12 gigs of RAM right now. I don't know why. And that's just the game. Like, I have 32. I think you're right about the memory leak. I really do. I think you're onto something there. Okay, the fishing is way too slow for a game. Like, this is almost actual real-life levels of fishing. Yeah. Alright, guys. I think we're gonna call it for the stream, just to save my poor computer more headache that, because this is bad. Oh, I just ate a raw fish by accident. Fantastic. Yeah, I gotta say, I cannot in good conscience recommend this game. If you want to play something similar, just go for Farming Simulator. If you buy, like, Farming Simulator 19, it's going to be about the same price at this point, and it's going to be a lot better of a game. And it's not going to wreck your PC. So, that's a thing. So, would be best to uninstall the game? I'm asking because I have it too. If you haven't put 2 hours into it, you might want a refund, man. If you have put 2 hours into it, I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably going to uninstall it because I'm probably never going to launch it again. I am not impressed. I'm very disappointed. I expected better of these guys. But they can't all be winners. That's why we try out new games, and at least we all got to hang out together and do it, so that's a thing. But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna stop here just to save my poor PC. Czechoslovakia with Oblivion graphics, right? So, yeah, if you guys learned anything useful tonight or had a good time, and I consider, you know, not buying a game useful knowledge, but please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. And I'm sorry we're cutting it short tonight, guys, but this is heinous. And by the time I get another stream set up, it's going to be 8 o'clock anyway, so we're just going to call it for tonight, call it a bad run, and we will try something different tomorrow for hopefully better results. So, I want you all to have a fantastic night, and we will catch you next time. Yeah, yeah. I was really excited for it, Storm. I'm sad. All right. Have a good night, guys.